Alright, what's up everyone? So today I'm just going to be going through a little walkthrough guide for Act 5 Chapter 2 and to help you secure that uncollected status. This is mostly, obviously this is more for the beginning players. Players that are already uncollected or Cavalier don't have to worry about this. But this is solely, this is solely just for the newer players starting out and why they should become uncollected. So, brief summary. When you become uncollected, you gain access to the upgraded uncollected free crystals, the daily crystals. They have really good stuff. And if you're already like Conquer proven, way better than those. Plus, throughout the year, you're going to see different offers. If you're not a big money spender, or you spend your units on the offers, you don't have to worry about it. Obviously, every now and then everyone picks up an offer, but just saying, the uncollected offers are usually a lot better than the Conquer and Proven. And then it scales up to the Cavalier, because the Cavalier will stay at the top for best offers. The other thing about uncollected is that you gain access to these for the monthly event quests. The uncollected difficulty. So, as Conquer, you only have access up to Master, which you'll get the Ultimate Crystal, 500 4-star shards, some 6 stone crystals, some T1 alphas. They're pretty good. The rewards for Master used to be worse, and I feel like this is more. This is more of like you get what you put in. Considering the uncollected difficulty is a lot harder. So, but you're basically seeing resources for like 4 stars. And then there's the 2,000 5-star shards. In each chapter you'll get another 250 5-star shards for exploration. And more 4-star shards. But, when you go to uncollected, you're gaining T2 alpha fragments, T5 basic fragments, a lot more 5-star shards. I think uncollected you gain like a total of 7,500. So if you were to completion 100% uncollected difficulty, you'd be at 3/4 your way to a 5-star crystal. And you get a total of, I believe, 2,000 6-star shards. Let's see, 600, 1,000, 1,600. And this is what, 300 per chapter. So, yeah, but you get 1/4 of a 6-star shard of a 6-star crystal. The gold could be, the gold's whatever. You don't really do this for gold anyways. That's what you have arena for in ISO. But the 6 stones are also pretty nice. The rewards here are basically just a lot better than master difficulty. So this is why you would say the push for uncollected is a lot more important than a lot of what in almost any other content in the game. Obviously there's gonna be every month there's gonna be like side quests, side events, little challenges. You do want to focus on those, but you want to direct a lot of time to the uncollected quests, because these will not stay forever. This is not permanent content. Act 5, that's permanent content. So you can just go straight in, go to Act 5 Chapter 2, get uncollected. And if you can sort through all that, you'll be clean. You don't have to worry about it until you feel ready to go for the Act 5 completion or for a Cavalier run. So, all that said, hopefully that was enough explaining, and we're gonna get into the story quest. So, for the sake of anyone starting from Act 5, like straight out of Act 4, I will just go from Act 5 Chapter 1 and work my way all the way to the end of Act 5 Chapter 2. And just so you know, this is mostly gonna be if we were to scout it out and see which paths seem easiest. So this is the boss, the Kang boss, and there is this is a global node that they have for this quest called Flare, which you have to read it carefully or else it trips you out. But basically you're gonna be degenning over the course of a minute, but as you're degenning, you're gonna have an attack bonus of 300%. So it's more or less a kill your opponent before they kill you type of thing. And the strength of the degen is affected by class relationships. What does that mean? Well, from reading it, it sounds more like if you have a champion that has an advantage, the class advantage, the degen will take longer to kill you. How much longer? I have no idea. But he doesn't seem to have anything very special about him besides the flare node. So for this, I think you take the guillotine route. What does guillotine have? Energy resistance, special 2 bias. That's fine. Guillotine specials are very easy to dodge if you've been able to master dexterity, or at least have a good concept of it. So go through the guillotine. Gambit might be one of the tough fights, just because the special one's kind of weird to evade for me. At least for me. I don't know if anyone else has this issue, but you have to like dash back twice, like immediately after the first one. You have to dash back again to dodge his little card, because he has enhanced special 1. So I would say he is one of the toughest fights, but if you can muster through it, it'll be alright. I would say I'd say avoid this path for now. Yeah, there's a little Spider-Man too, and he has parry, so we don't really want to deal with that. You can just deal with the Dr. Voodoo and the Captain America using the flare node. I would say for this is a good chapter to bring any champs that can like deal high damage real quick, because you're just gonna rinse them. You can bring 440s. I would recommend bringing at least rank 4 4-stars, or you would also put it rank 2 5-stars. But at this case, usually at this point, you don't really have many 5-stars, so we can just stick to rank 4 4-stars. Okay, so we went to the Dr. Voodoo, Captain America, and we're gonna port over to the Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch, maybe you'll want to see if you could bring someone that's poison immune, but it won't really be that bad anyways if you can't, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. The Civil Warrior is pretty easy to fight. X-23 is pretty easy to fight. Venom is pretty easy to fight. This whole path is pretty straightforward. It's more of just evade specials, fight, win. Howard the Duck might be a little tricky. You can just keep evading the SP1s. Really, I usually like trying to evade all the SP2s if I can. So that's why I don't like fighting Howard the Duck, because once he gets his SP2, you literally cannot evade it. And then this might be the hardest fight of this quest, which is Nightcrawler. But if you have parry, superfy, all you gotta do just get the parry off, stun. You're gonna medium, light, medium, and then redo. And make sure if you throw a special Nightcrawler, you throw a special while he's stunned. Do not throw it at the end of like the combo. Well, you can throw it at the end of the combo, but I think it's safer if you just do it while he's stunned, because he will most likely evade it. Alright, then we port over here to this little path, and we have Falcon. Nothing really special about him. Enhanced attack, enhanced bleed. The bleed's only gonna happen. That's only gonna matter if you get hit by a special one. Which, just block it. Just block it. And then you have the Kang. Kang has nothing special on him. He's literally just flare, and he's gaining health. That's about it. And I'll bring you to the end of chapter 1. Well, Act 5, 1.1. Right. And we're gonna go to 1.2. Yeah, 5.1.2. I would say don't go for the collector fight until you have at least, like, you should have a champion that can just dish out high damage. Or you feel, or anything, just bring your best champs. Your highest rated champs. Okay, so for this quest, this one was kind of, I remember when I first did this, it was kind of annoying. But this, we have our global node breakthrough, which breakthrough is not a bad node at all. It's just you have to, it's a long fight, because what is this? the armor rating. So your armor rating is gonna keep going down as the fight's going on. So the more you hit your opponent, the more the fight's gonna go down. So you're fighting the Gwenpool first. She's a pretty simple fight. You can go through here. You can pour it over, and I would say take the guillotine fight. The guillotine fight, just take your time, be careful, dodge the specials, and you can take this little teleporter here. The Nightcrawler makes it kind of ish. It's really like, I don't want to deal with you. Then you have the Unstoppable Colossus. He's not bad. But then like a few of the other fights here, we're just rather not, just rather avoid it. Alright, so you're gonna go from Gwenpool to the left, pour it over to here, take the guillotine fight, pour it over to this little area, and you can fight Captain America. I'll say the Captain America is fine. War Machine's also pretty. That fight's not bad. Gambit, that fight's not really that bad. Or you could take the Spider-Man route. It's just the issue of dealing with Spidey itself. But he really has nothing special about him. The Punisher is not. He's not a bad fight either. And then Colossus, I don't know how this will go. He has an all or nothing, so I would not recommend going after Colossus unless you have a champ that has some really good power control. Okay, so we'll assume you're gonna take the Cap, War Machine, Gambit. You're gonna pour it over here, and then you're going to fight Howard. Howard, really nothing that special about him. Just a SP1 is unblockable. And then you're gonna fight the Moon Knight. And the Moon Knight is just breakthrough. Remember, you're dealing with breakthrough with all of these fights. So remember, expect these fights to be pretty long. But after you get through Moon Knight, you should be good to go. And we can head straight to the third chapter. Well, third quest. Okay, so I think around this time I'm seeing that the timer is going pretty far, and we are at 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes. So I might just make this into a two-parter and just have this as Act 5 Chapter 1 completion run, and we'll do the second part in the next video. So but back to Chapter 1. This is the third quest. We'll go through here. Looking around this, I think the easiest path would be the Crossbones and Hulkbuster. What's the global node here? Flare? Okay, we're back to Flare. Oh, and Special Attack Heal Block. So, this is the basic, just don't get hit by your opponent's specials. If you get hit by an opponent's special, you're going to be heal blocked. And how long is the heal block? 10 seconds. It's not really that. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal if you get heal blocked. But you know, if you're using champs that have a good regen, rather just avoid the special attacks. If you know you can't evade them, just go for the block. Don't try to balls to the walls it. Okay, so path wise, we're gonna go to the Crossbones, we're gonna go to the Hulkbuster. We can pour it over, so over here or over here. I think the Ant-Man path is easier. The Ant-Man fight is kind of long though, because of the glancing he's going to be doing to you. But then you have the Juggernaut. Juggernaut, just avoid the Unstoppable. Try to push it to the SP2 and then bait out the special attack for the Unstoppable, just for the sake of more damage in. And then after, can you port over here? Would this be the good idea? Because you can go there or you can go to... Good, this is a longer path. I read it not. Yeah, I read it not. What's over here? We have an aggressive superior Iron Man. Power game magic. Oh, that sounds terrible. Wolverine, Hulk. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing this Wolverine and Hulk path after you port over here is a lot easier, and then you'll come over to over here, and depending on the nodes, let's see. Okay, Iron Fist. Okay, for sure. So I would say the Deadpool X Force and the Iron Fist lane here is a lot easier, and you should go for this. Now, Iron Fist might be a little tricky just because he has a special 3 bias, but it should be no problem. It's gonna take a lot of dexing to get him to use his special 1, special 2s. And then you're gonna put over here and it'll take you straight to the Iron Patriot fight. So the Iron Patriot, I don't really. Okay, Kinetic Reactor might be a little annoying if you're blocking. Rolling Thunder is not really something to worry about. Special 2, Enhanced Special 2. His SP2 is, you just get a dash back. Honestly, just keep dashing back till it's over. Because I don't want to say just dash back twice. Because if you do that, it's not going to be enough. And I would say dash back a good 4 times and go in. Just keep an eye out for his animation. When he's slowing down, that's when you go dash in. But after that, you should be done with quest 3, and we can move on straight to quest 4. Oh, give me a second. Alright. Now we're going to quest 4. This is the Venom chapter, Venom quest. And let's look at the boss first, because I think there's nothing to worry about. Yeah. And then this is. I can't read. Break the normal limitations. Okay. Basically, this is nothing. This you're just fighting Venom. So through here, you're gonna port over. Well, you're gonna move forward. And judging by how this is looking, okay, you got 2 teleporters. This one takes you here. Oh, I remember this. This is the path with the mystery fighters. Oh, this is annoying. I forgot all about this. Okay, let me see if I remember. I think, if I can remember right, the easiest fights were you go through Rocket, you go through the Luke Cage, you go through the Symbiote Spider-Man. Give me just, hold on. You're gonna go through, sorry about that, guys. So you're gonna go to the Symbiote Spider-Man. You're gonna teleport over. I think it was here. Yes, I think this was my first one. I think this has the easier fights. I can't remember exactly which champions they are, but I know they all have very easy special attacks to evade, besides maybe 1 or 2 of them. And over here. Yeah, and then after the path you port over to the Venom, you'll take the fight. If I can, I'm gonna I'll figure out who's in this path and I'll just post it in the description. So after the Venom fight, it's a really basic Venom fight. So after that, you should go straight to quest 5. Or overloaded. Okay, so this is I think this might be the hardest quest in chapter 5. I mean in act 5. Just because it's an electro boss. And honestly, the path you gotta take takes a noted path. But it's so much easier than having to go through all this. So I'll do this quest in 2 different ways. First, I'll go through the way I took. The easier path. Well, the quicker path. I want to say easier. So you're gonna go through the Captain Marvel. Yeah. You're gonna go through Kamala. You're gonna go through right here the Colossus. And really, like, some of these nodes aren't that bad. They're more so of just, just don't get hit. And then all these champs, you can avoid their specials pretty easily. So it's not really anything to worry about if you see like power gain, enhanced special ones. They're just there to intimidate you. I will say be careful with the Karnak because he does have the strike back. Dr. Voodoo is it? Oh yeah, no. Dr. Voodoo, that one you don't have to worry about either. Then you go to the Star Lord, and then you have the Electro. Electro, it's a stacked up Electro. With Burden of Might, Power Focus. Yeah, that's right. These are the global nodes. This is the reason why you also want to take this path, because it's shorter. Okay. So you have the Burden of Might. The opponent's power gained is by striking or being struck by their opponent is reduced by 15% for each buff currently on them. Additionally, every time a buff activates on them for any reason, they lose 25% of their max power. So what this basically is telling you is that you don't want to bring in a champion that has buffs, that uses a lot of buffs. So you don't want to bring in someone like Hyperion. You don't want to bring in someone, I think Corvus applies to this. I think. And the more movie. Aegon you don't have to really worry about so much because you're just gonna, if you have a 4-star Aegon, you're just gonna be ramping up the damage. But then you have champs like, let's say, Colossus. Colossus has armor buffs for days, so be careful with that if you're gonna be bringing him to this. Same for Old Man Logan. Venom, many other champs. So be careful of it. And remember, this is an Electro. So every time you hit him and you're making contact, he's gonna be dealing out some, BS damage on you. You know that. So if you can, just bring some champs that have energy based damage. Havoc, Sim Supreme, champs that don't make contact. They don't make physical contact. Alright, and we are at the end of Act 5 on the last quest. And this quest, what was the global node here? Brute Force. Okay, so this node, all you gotta do is, this just sounds stupid. Hit your opponent. Wow, forehead. Like, I wish I would have known that since the beginning of the game. No, but what you're gonna be doing in this chapter with the Brute Force node is that if you haven't landed a hit in 6 seconds, you're gonna start to degen until you get a hit on the opponent. You just need to land a hit. It doesn't matter if it's like a whole combo. It doesn't need to be flashy and everything. It just needs to be one hit and then the timer resets. So just keep that in mind as you're going through each fight. The Connect Instigator, it's basically, just don't let your opponent hit your block. But it's gonna happen. So if you do let them hit your block, make sure they're not above 2 bars of power. And make sure that you bring a champ with I want to say just bring at least one champ of power control, a bit of power control, just in case. But in terms of this, I would say the Iron Man fight. Well, you're gonna have to go fight Iron Man first, and then I think, let's see if let's scout this out. We have, if we were to take this path with the Cyclops, we have the Cyclops, Hawkeye, Magik, Miles Morales. He's kind of annoying to fight. Superior Iron Man, Red Hulk. Then you have the Drax, Loki, Agent Venom. Agent Venom could be tricky. Star-Lord, Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket can be tricky. And then you have these. I don't. Okay, so these, I think it's a Magneto. I think one is a Magneto or a Cable. Or I think this one's Cable. Magneto's there. Hold on. I know one of them's at least a Cable. Or one of them's yeah. I don't want to make a claim that if I'm not that sure, but I know one of them for sure is a Cable. So be prepared to fight a Cable before you fight this Archangel. And the Archangel, when you get to him, he has Brute Force. And he will he will lose the an armor node, but he's pretty straightforward to fight. It's just a brute force node, which I believe is, yeah. So then once you get that, you have completed Act 5, Chapter 1, and you'll be able to reap the rewards. And we'll just get a quick refresher on them. For Chapter 1, you'll be getting some rank up materials, which will be good. It's gonna be Chapter 2 where you'll see that big difference. Not really. Chapter 3 though. Chapter 3 things start to pick up, and Chapter 4 is to be the big boy stuff. Alright. So I am gonna make this a 2-parter. So that was just for Act 5, Chapter 1. I will get working on the next video, and I will see you all next one.